In this video, I want to show you how to get started creating a Google Sites. To get started, you need a Google account. If you have a Gmail account, if you have a YouTube account, you already have Google Sites attached to your Google account. If you are creating a website for an institution, I would recommend starting a new email address through Gmail. And then you can go to a Google Sites and you'll have a website that's not attached to your personal email address. To get started creating a site, you want to go to the Google Sites homepage. It's sites.google.com. From the homepage, you want to click on the Create button. Usually I just use the blank template when I'm creating a site. You're going to want to name the site. So we'll call this the library website. Okay, and you want to select the button that says I'm not a robot and press create. A lot of times when you try to create a site, you'll see that the domain is not available. So in other words, this domain has been taken by someone else. Normally what I do is I'll add letters, numbers, something like that to distinguish this URL. You have to have a distinct URL. So when you create the website and you use the basic theme, this is what it looks like. Within Google Sites, you can edit the front end. In other words, you can add text, you can add images, or you can edit the back end. You can change the theme of the website, you can change fonts, you can change the background color. Depending on your taste, I know a lot of people like to have a horizontal navigation bar. So let me just show you how to get started editing the site. If you want to start adding text or images to the home page, you click on the Edit Page button. It looks like a pencil. And then you can begin writing. Right. Be sure to save your work. Alright, and it shows you the sample text. If you want to create a new page, you'll notice that there is a Create Page button. Alright. Then you'll see a sprocket that says More Actions. This is where you would go to the back end of the site. You can edit site layout here, all right, and that allows you to change things like the site header. It allows you to add a sidebar. So let's say you don't want a sidebar. What you would do is you would click on the Disable Sidebar button, all right, and that gets rid of the sidebar. Let's say you want horizontal navigation instead. I can enable horizontal navigation, and now I have a horizontal navigation bar. If you want to have a custom footer, you can add a custom footer. This has to remain here that says Powered by Google Sites, but there is some customization. So for example, you can hide the print page, recent changes, hide sign in, hide view as desktop. All right, and that gets rid of that. In the edit site header, you can change the width of the header. You can upload a photo if you want to. You'll see select logo, custom logo. You would go in there and attach a file. You can also change the alignment. So if you want the text in the navigation to be centered at the top, the middle, or the bottom, or to be left justified or centered, you can choose to do that here. Be sure to press close when you're done making the changes that you want to. Now let's say you want to change the fonts, or you want to change the background. What you would do is click on the sprocket again, and then you would go to Manage Site. All right, Manage Site is where you would go to make a lot of changes to the site. You'll see the name of the website, and you can even choose if you don't want it listed at the top of the page. All right. You'll see a site description. It's very important that you fill this out. This helps web browsers to collect information about your site. That way your site is more visible on the web. You'll also see under themes, colors, and fonts a list of options for the page. So you can take a basic theme and you can customize it any way you want. Let's say you want the background of the entire page not to be this gray color. You would go to color and then you could select orange if you want to make it orange. For the text, you could choose if you want just the normal Arial font, or you have a number of fonts that you could choose from. And then if you click on the different parts under this customizations, you're able to customize the site header, the content area, so in other words, this area right here, the gadgets, and I'll explain in a future tutorial what a gadget is, horizontal navigation, so this area right here, all this can be updated depending on your like. When you're done with your changes, be sure to press save. I also want to point out with sharing and permissions, you can make it public to the web, or you can change it so that only certain people can see the site. You can change it so that only people with the link can see the site, however you want to set it up. Right? If you click on web address, it shows you the address, and this is what you would share with other people. So I'm going to go back to the front end of the site, and just to recap, if you want to add text to the page, you would click on the edit page and press save. All right. If you want to change the site layout, you would go to the sprocket, click on edit site layout. Or if you want to change the fonts or the colors, you would go to manage sites. So this concludes my first tutorial about how to use Google Sites. Thanks for watching.